In the ever-so-competitive smartphone world, Google just dropped a bombshell, a phone that can go toe-to-toe with the iPhone 14. Yes, we're talking about the Pixel 8 Pro. This Pixel brings a variety of new features that we haven't previously heard about. Let's take a look at what the Pixel 8 Pro has to offer. The Google Pixel 8 Pro looks similar to the Pixel 8 but has a brighter display, quicker processing, more storage, and better cameras. The Pixel 8 Pro is comparable to the Pixel 7 Pro in many ways, but its rounded form sets it apart visually. The front display remains the same size and refresh rate of 120 Hz, but it's now totally flat with a 6.7-inch display. The 120 Hz LTPO OLED display is brighter than the Pixel 7 Pro's 1500 nits, and features an unusual resolution of 2992 by 1344. The images may make it seem like the chin has been decreased, but the bezels are not symmetrical. Marques Brownlee thinks that the screen upgrade on the Pixel 8 Pro brings it into flagship territory.
I'm thoroughly enjoying using the phone, and I think it's finally feeling like a flagship, especially.
The 6.7-inch Super Actua display on the Pixel 8 Pro is Google's brightest screen to date. Your Ultra HDR photos will retain their stunning realism, even when shot in bright sunlight. It comes in 3 different hues, porcelain, bay, and obsidian, and has a polished metal frame and matte glass back. New generation AI. Google is all in on making AI the first priority in its upcoming phones. It's added it to different parts of the phone and says there will be more to come, like adding generative AI bandwagon as an assistant. For now, some of the features are only available in the US. Assistant is also much better at understanding the rhythms of real speech and can handle your ums and ers, so you don't have to rush your questions. There are now big improvements to voice typing. When you stop, the computer will automatically add the right punctuation. Audio Magic Eraser. Unwelcome sounds in the backdrop of your video might be as distracting as an unwelcome person in your shot. Distracting sounds in your film, such as howling winds or loud crowds, can be easily muted with the help of the Audio Magic Eraser. The tech employs cutting-edge machine learning techniques to create groundbreaking digital audio. Finally, Pixel 8 Pro's new Audio Magic Eraser will analyze your films and separate sounds into individual layers, so you can lower the volume of things like road noise in a street scene, or the sound of an airplane in flight without affecting the rest of the video. Although not flawless, it achieves satisfactory results with minimal input from the user. Better camera. The cameras on Google Pixel phones have always been some of the best in the market, and the 8 Pro is no exception. The hardware has been improved all around, with bigger and brighter cameras. This makes low-light shots better, and blurrier scenes are less likely to happen. The main difference between the two camera setups is that this year the ultra-wide on the Pro is much better than on the non-Pro. The Pixel 8 has the same 12-megapixel or f2.2 ultra-wide sensor as the last year model. The 8 Pro, on the other hand, has a 48-megapixel quad PD sensor with a maximum aperture of f195 and better focusing. The new macro focus mode is added to both phones, but the Pixel 8 Pro benefits from it because it has a better ultra-wide lens. The other standout feature that sets the 8 Pro apart is its 5x optical telephoto lens. The camera has also been improved with a better f2.8 aperture for the 48-megapixel sensor. The 8 Pro has better photos and a better autofocus system than the Pixel 8. The 8 has a single-zone laser to detect autofocus, while the 8 Pro has a multi-zone laser to detect autofocus. With the Pixel 8 Pro, you get new Pro controls, like the ability to adjust things like exposure details manually. In a future update, Google will also add more computational video processing features like HDR+ and Night Sight for video. These will be processed in part on the device and in part on Google's servers in the cloud since they're too heavy to handle only locally. Mr. Who's the Boss had some high praise for how effective the zoom technology is with the Pixel 8 Pro. Machine learning maintains the sharpness beautifully, even at 20 times the zoom.
When was the last time you saw a phone that could actually get to its max zoom and still take a satisfactory shot?
When it comes to video, it can record up to 4K at 2430 or 60 frames per second. It can also record slow motion at up to 240 frames per second, and has features like astrophotography, time-lapse. dramatic pan and blur digital zoom of up to 7x on the 8 and 20x on the 8 Pro, and more. It's not a surprise that Google calls this its best camera yet, and it's hard to argue with that. Overall, the 8 Pro's camera takes better pictures with less effort than any other phone camera, even when things are tricky, like when people are moving quickly or there isn't much light. This makes it a great point-and-shoot camera. AI Magic Editor. AI technology has made its way to Google Photos as well. Google has changed its Magic Eraser to the full Magic Editor. You can pick out people and things to move or resize them, change the sky or the light, and AI will rebuild parts of the picture so that everything fits together. It gives you 4 choices at a time, and you can pick the best one or press the renewal button to get more. This function is still in beta and may not work for up to 30 seconds, but when it does, it can be magical. The Best Take. Another new feature on the Pro is called the Best Take. It combines faces from different photos into one best picture to make a group shot of people where everyone looks their best. It works with most group photos in Google Photos, not just the ones you take with the 8 Pro. This app is perfect for anyone who loves to take group pictures. The Night Sight System. If you use the Pixel 8 Pro to record a movie for the first time, you will only see a 1080p preview. But while the video is uploading and processing, which takes about 2 hours, Google uses new AI models that are too big for a smartphone to improve shadow detail, get rid of annoying noise speckles, and make the video more stable. That means Google's Night Sight technology, which changed the way smartphone pictures were taken in low light in 2018, can now be used for video as well. This feature is known as a video boost.
This video was created in collaboration with Google.
島田彩香です。東京でフォトグラファーをしています。東京にはいろんな顔があって、夜の東京は昼の東京と全く違うと思います。新しいピクセルには動画ブーストって機能があるんですけど、暗いところだと夜景モードが作動して画質がさらに上がるんです。
Night sight is very important to us, said Isaac Reynolds, who is in charge of the Pixel cameras. It's an obvious jab at Apple's iPhone 15 models, he claimed. It's the best low-light smartphone video in the market, including any phones that might have recently come out. But Video Boost also makes movies from the day better by adding more detail and making the panning smoother. Zoom Enhance. Zoom Enhance is an additional feature added to the Pixel 8 Pro. It comes with Super Res Zoom Up to 30x. This will let you zoom in on any picture and crop it to make in the focus of your choice. Zoom Enhance uses generative AI to fill in the gaps between pixels intelligently and predicts fine details. This gives you more framing options and lets you focus on the most important part of your picture. Sensor for temperature. The Pixel 8 Pro has a new temperature sensor on the back that lets you quickly find out how hot or cold something is. You can use it to see if the milk in your baby's bottle is warm enough or if the pan is hot enough to start cooking. Google has sent an application to the FDA so that Pixel's thermometer app can take your temperature and send it to Fitbit. On the camera bar just below the flash, you can find the new temperature monitor. The main thing is that to make sure you hold the sensor on the back of your phone about 5 centimeters or 2 inches above the thing you want to measure. You can switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius readings. Storage boosts. The Pixel 8 Pro comes with storage choices that range from 128GB to 1TB for people in the US. In HDR and cinematic blur modes, this will let users record longer videos. Lastly, Pixel 8 Pro comes with the Titan M2 security chip and Google Tensor G3 work together to keep your Pixel safer and less vulnerable to advanced threats. The Pixel 8 Pro has better speed and camera features, and it also adds new features to Google Assistant that use Tensor's G3 abilities. As of now, the phone comes with Android 14 and promises 7 years of security and Android patches. This means that the 8 Pro will be safe to use until at least October 2030.
Not just 7 years of security updates, it's 7 years of OS updates, which means the Pixel 8 series will get Android updates until 2030, which is insane. It's even more than what Apple is offering for their iPhone.
That puts Google on the same level as Apple's iPhone, and at least 2 years ahead of other major Android makers. This ends our video for today. What do you think about Google's Pixel 8 Pro? Share your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. See you in the next one.